program is intended for immature audiences.
This is a journey into the Northern Union Vape Trail.
When we die, no need to cry, just revel in the times gone by. Oh, when we die, we go up so high, so free. Oh, when I die, oh, maybe I will realize how fast time flies. Oh, when I die, oh, maybe I will see. I'm gonna go write a million songs if that's the way to be. I'll write a class to beat them all and go down in history. I'll be the one to reach the stars, but only if you're with me tonight. 'Cause that'll be the life. I'm gonna go write a million songs if that's the way to be. I'll write a class to beat them all and go down in history. I'll be the one to reach the stars, but only if you're with me tonight. 'Cause that'll be the life. 'Cause that'll be the life. 'Cause that'll be the life.
Welcome to the Northern Union Vape Show. It is a Sunday night. It's time for a little bit of chat on a Sunday. So, as you may see, I've got a total different cast on tonight. Would like to say, Steve, good luck. He's going into hospital tomorrow to have some work done on his old ticker. So, good luck with that tomorrow, mate. Hope everything goes well. I'm sure everybody wishes you love. CJ is out, Josh, so he'll be back at some point. Before we start, there won't be a show next week. I'm going to see Elton John. So there won't be a show next week. We'll talk about that in a bit. So who we've got on? I've pinched Bill from the Late Night Vape Show because Mick has decided to take an holiday and he's not took Bill with him.
Again.
That bastard. So we've got Bill on the chair, and we've also got one of my mixing colleagues over, Advocate for Liberty, Tim, and we've got obviously returning JP, or he's just James, or just JP, whatever you want to call him now. I don't know.
Farmer JP.
Farmer JP with that beard, yeah.
Right there.
We got farmers.
So while you're on, if you are in chat, just look at the top and see if you're in Twat chat. If you are in Twat chat, change it over to live chat and you'll keep up with everything we are doing. So thank you very much. I can get everybody up now and can see everybody's beautiful face. Chat up. Yeah, Elton John's still going, mate. Yeah, Elton John. He's on his Yellow Brick Road tour. So he finishes this tour. I think he's giving up his 70-odd, 75 or something.
Yeah, he's been on the Yellow Brick Road tour since the 70s, though. That album came out.
Yeah, so he's doing all these. He hasn't got a support act on. That's the other thing. He's coming on at 7 o'clock and doing till about 9:45. So I would have thought it'd be after by himself. Yeah, just it. There's no support act, so there's no acts before
no
him.
Opening
it's just
act.
no
Yeah.
opening act. It's just in, comes on at 7 o'clock and does nearly a 3-hour show.
Well, if he can play Funeral for a Friend and Love Lies Bleeding in My Hands and just drag it out a little bit, that'll take care of an hour.
Yeah. Well, most of his songs are about 5 or 6 minutes anyway, aren't they? So yeah. Pug says if he puts a pair of sunglasses on me, I probably look like Elton John. Cheers, mate. I look that gay.
And you probably have his money. Just throw some glasses on.
Yeah. So what we do is we'll do a little bit of a buffet and we will see what everybody's vaping on. So we'll start with James. JP, what are you vaping on, my friend?
I'm on the Abyss with some bearded Ficums decal on it to make it nice, fancy. In that, I've got some Kano Black in the Nick Salt form. And that's it for me. And I'll pass it over to Bill.
The Abyss. Isn't that like where you go into the bottom of the ocean? Like,
Yeah.
Believe it or not, I'm on the Arbiter, and the Arbiter.
Are you on the 2 though? Are you on the 2? Has it been? They all been upgraded?
The 2's here, but it's sitting back there. It's basically Arbiter. I'm in the Wonder If I'm Nuts in this Arbiter with the Sigelli Shikra, with the round screen.
Does it shake its ass?
With the light. And the Pure 21 with this Arbiter, and that's VST, my vanilla something. And the Evil Dildo with this Arbiter, and that is Ban Cussed. And I will toss it.
All these different addies. I mean, it's really hard to keep up with, Bill.
Yeah. Well, you talk about, each one of them, you have to wick different and everything. It's you got to remember, okay, now how did I wick this one?
Completely different than the other arbiter, right?
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
And one of them's a left-handed arbiter, so I got to remember to string it through the other way.
What it is really is like he's got an alien in that one, he's got a normal Clapton in another one, and he's got a fused Clapton in his third.
Do you really think that he's not using the same build?
Of some right proper coils is what they're full of.
Yeah.
Whoa, can't mention that. We've got our own sponsor.
I didn't say anything about, I just said right proper coils. I didn't say anything about who made them or anything. I was just saying they were some right proper coils.
Next, you'll be saying, Layback Vape Show 10 for 10% off.
Well, I could, but I don't want to say that because I realized I wouldn't mention that, that there's 10% off using Late Night Vape Show 10. I wouldn't go that low.
Maybe we can get a 10% cult flavors one for you, Benny, at some point.
Just like you would never say anything about, Dispergo or anything 10%.
No.
Graham
Used,
was around.
Yeah, used BV to 20 for 20% off.
Yeah. Tim, go ahead. I threw it to you. You just
this I've just been doing testing on. So it's the paranormal with the Purge X on top. Just doing testing for tomorrow's show. Then I got the new fog Sigelli fog kit. And that I have the I put this in from this morning. The butterscotch blackberry pudding is in that. And here, H cigar with the barrage on top. I got the tropical gin I made this morning, which is almost gone already. That went fast. That's actually delicious. And then I've got, I can't remember the name of it, but it's the Bob Ohm's Too Low. It's the version I did to change it up a little bit with his blue raz mix for the MTL with the Nevermore on top of the Gruss. And that's it for me. So then we'll pass it on to Benny.
Thank you very much. So I'm on the Drag 3 with the Crown Fall on top. And inside that, I've got some jammy from ALFC. They have got a 20% code off at the moment. Use if you go over there, you'll see they've got 20% off their concentrate. So go over and check them out. I've also on the Aegis Max with the Arbiter 2 on top, and inside that I have got some the Snob, or should we say Phosphate Dew?
Phosphate Dew.
Phosphate Dew. Bit of controversy. And I'm also on the Arbiter Solar with the Geek Vape Solar, and inside that I've got some RY Benny Hall, which is just some RY4 stuff that I mixed up myself. So that's it. So what we'll do is we'll do a quick rundown on chat. I will ask him. I'll do it myself. I'll do it myself for a change. Do it myself. I use that, Steve. So I'll do it myself. So we've got Dave Lloyd. We've got Bill the Chair. We have got Advocate for Liberty. We've got the Late Night Vape Show. I hope you're having a good holiday, Mick. We've got Swamp Thing. How are you doing? We have got the Vapey Snowman. Welcome. We have got Cloud Chucker. Welcome, my friend. Hey up, me duck. I ate that duck. I haven't put my soundboard up, so. Mr. Pugs, good evening. Vapor Queen Becky, good evening. Just Josh, oi oi. We've got Savage Simon 62. Welcome, Simon. We have got Cheech Darts. Good evening. We have got Grateful Hands. Good evening. We have got Zippy. Welcome, Zippy. Who else we've got down? We've got Shrek. Good evening, Shrek. Or good morning. Whichever you want to decide. We have got going down. We've got Craig D. Welcome, Craig D. We've got Lynn Smith. Welcome, Lynn Smith. And we've lost Tim. Tim is anybody? Tim, I've lost you. Wait, Tim.
He's an advocate foe.
Tim, are you hearing me, Tim? Tim.
Ground control to Major Tim.
Yeah. So that's it. Welcome everybody in chat and everybody else who comes in. Welcome. So I just want to talk. I went to a wedding yesterday.
Ooh.
And I want to know on your side of things, Bill. When you go to a wedding,
I don't.
Well, it's probably funerals now, isn't it?
Nope, I don't go to those either. They're the same thing, though. But go ahead. What did you got to ask?
Right. So when you go to a wedding, did they do buffets over there? Do you have, if you have a wedding, the parties, you have
Oh,
buffets?
you have like receptions.
Yes, the reception with the sandwiches and shit like that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah.
So they had the reception, which was the usual thing: sandwiches and cocktail sausages and shit like that, and some curries. But there was this table that was sat opposite us, and they did a relay on the fucking food. So what they had one person at the buffet. All right, no problems, Lily. So they had one person at the. I'd say pugs. Welcome. Why say now rude so rude? I don't know. So they had one person at the table getting the buffet. They had one person on the middle receiving the plate, and then the one person putting it on the table. But they did that about 4 fucking times. And they've got these plates that were stacked up like that with food, and then just kept moving it along. I'm like, cheeky bastards.
They might as well just brought the full tray across.
Honestly, mate. I was like,
Or stay at the buffet table.
Yeah, what the fuck are you doing? They were just like, oh yeah, but another plate.
Were they crashing the wedding party, or were they actually a part of it?
I don't know. It worked. It worked. I think
That's usually somebody that's just like, "Hey, I'm hungry. I know this wedding's going on."
Yeah.
They just swing by a reception area, seeing there's a wedding going on. It's like, yeah. Hey, hi, Benny. How you doing? I didn't know you knew those people. I don't know who the fuck they are.
Yeah.
They weren't selling the big issue the hour before, was they?
They could have been. Do you know what I mean? He just got me though with these big fucking plates. You get it on holiday though. I don't know if you've seen it when you go on holiday. We went to Egypt, and there was people taking. They'd go over to it. Well, obviously all you could eat it was all inclusive, but they'd go over and they'd pick up the plate of fucking grapes, and then take it over take the fucking plate to the table. And then put the plate down, and then you'd see them afterwards, and there'd be loads of grapes still fucking left. Well, why take the bastard plate? Why don't you just take, do you know what I mean? I'm like, really? And you see them with, do you know what desserts? When you go over to it, they get like little desserts, so like these little Asian cakes and things like that. And they take the plate of fucking cakes over to the table. And you'd be like, where's the plate of cakes gone? Well, it's over on that table. And this family of 4 are sat with a plate of fucking cakes.
Yeah, see, here with the buffet, you can't. In a lot of the cases, they got people that are standing back behind, so you can't just reach in. They would be like, no, just take one, and if you want another one, come back. But gone to the casino where they do like crab legs, and man, you talk about people would get down to where the crab leg thing is, and you get a plate. And they would have a plate stacked like 2 foot high with crab legs on, trying to walk back, balance,
or shrimp, or something like that,
falling off on the floor and shit,
It's the same when you go to all you can eat, so innit? I don't know, like you say, we're over there because you have quite a lot of all you can eat buffet sort of things, don't you?
Mm-hmm. Well, not as much now.
Not as much now.
After
do you not
COVID
have? Do you
now,
not?
they pretty much a
right.
lot of them have shut down because.
Right. Well, we still have it. We have usually it's a Chinese all you can eat. That's what we have
do
here.
still have that.
Yeah, and then
those haven't opened back up all the way. The Chinese for the all you can eat buffets haven't opened up.
Oh, they're not, right. Well, like I say, we've just gone back to fucking normal. COVID's a thing of the past over here.
Well, it's for some reason the buffets just didn't survive it real well. But we still have Golden Corral.
What the hell is Golden Corral?
Yeah, huh?
Golden Corral is like
it's like an all-you-can-eat steak place.
Yeah,
with basically, just pretty much all kinds of different foods. I mean, it's like comfort food place. You just go in and you got all kinds of comfort food.
Yeah, Dave Lloyd, congratulations on Tuesday for your 25th wedding anniversary.
25 years. Congratulations.
Yeah. Craig Deasy's in America, they get crab legs. Here we get crab sticks, 0 crab in them. Yeah, we have pollock that tastes like crab. Over there, crab sticks.
Yeah,
if you want to get,
you're not wrong. They're crab sticks, and you pull the meat out, and there's like, oh, I can ball it all up, and I get a little tiny ball out of the entire leg.
Yeah.
If you want to get good crab meat, then get the king crabs.
Yeah, we don't have them over here. If we get crab's legs over here, our crabs are about that big, and the legs are about that big.
These are like Alaskan king crab.
Yeah.
And the legs on the damn thing are like this damn long and are about that big around. And you can get, whereas you can normally sit down and eat a boatload of crab legs, you eat about 6 of those damned Alaska king crabs and you're pretty much stuffed. I used to eat like 5 or 6 of those and a baked potato. And that was like, God, I can get up from the plate and I only ate.
Yep.
So, but yeah, Zipper said they closed down that down here as well. So it looks like everybody's closing them down over by you.
Even Mick has been at the Golden Corral.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's probably why Golden Corral went downhill after
That's
that.
why it went downhill right there.
Nice.
Yeah, it's a big way. Yeah. Do you do the ones where you can go in? We have a new thing that's over here, where you get a paddle, and you can say whether you want some more meat or no meat.
No, we don't have.
And they come round and they serve you they cut some meat off. So they have
I don't want them cutting my meat off when they come around. That's
the meat off. Yeah,
how many times can they trim that meat? Ow. Ow.
Yeah, Shrek. Basically, what it is with the crab things there is I remember going in a bathroom and they had a sign up over the urinal that says, "Please do not," or up over the commode that said, "Please do not throw toothpicks in the commode. The crab use them to pole vault."
As if you're saying, if you want good crab meat, just go for throwing some pots in this styria. I don't know what that is, but yeah. Oh
yeah, she'd be close enough. Yeah.
And Cloud Chucker says crabs eat depends on what nightclub you go in. Yeah, don't sit on toilet. Josh says he's never had crabs.
I was just thinking to myself, we were talking about STDs and STIs yesterday with Bill, and crabs goes right along with that.
Yeah.
So crabs would basically be an STI because it's not really a disease. You can get rid of it.
Well, if you don't take care of them, you're cultivating them for like
STDs are sexually transmitted diseases. STIs are sexually transmitted infections. And so there's a difference between an infection and a disease.
He had this discussion yesterday on my channel. Like in deep detail too.
Hey, I know my damn sexually transmitted stuff, by God.
So if you get penicillin for this, it'll clear that up.
Yeah, that's the next thing we knew. Bill, what medicines work best for what ones?
Yeah.
Bill's DIY corners has nothing to do with liquid mixing. It has
Dave Lloyd said, Brazilian steakhouse. Yeah, it is. They come round and like I say, they'll cut you some meat off, but you can, if you don't want any, you just leave it on the paddle on your table in red. But if you want some, you turn it over green and they'll come and serve you some more meat.
Okay. No, here, basically, if you don't want more coffee, you got to put your hand over the cup because they'll just keep coming around filling your damn coffee.
They'll just keep filling it because they want you to stay there.
But see, I don't like them filling mine up until it's empty because I got a formula for how much sugar and cream goes in a full cup, but I can't do a half formula. So if they fill it when it's half full, now I'm confused as to how much more sugar and what to put in. So
I like how it takes the coffee for the confusion to kick in. Okay. I'm off the golf course. I'm confused.
What I was saying, I haven't had crabs before, need them for sexually transmitted bingo cards. Wait, is that bad time to say I'm single and ready to mingle? And Greg D says got him off at Prison Mattress.
Yeah, well, yeah.
I've stopped
that might not be the way to ask. You're not going to get exactly what you want, I don't think.
I've stopped in some shitholes where mattress were walking out the fucking door. Because when we were working away, we used to get a set price for working away. So they'd give you £25 a night to work away. Well, when you're down London trying to find a hotel for £25 a night, you're not getting the best hotel in the world for £25 a night. Do you know what I mean? So you'd go in but if you got them cheaper, then that extra £5, that was your drink money. Because you got £15 a night for drink money. Well, it was an evening meal. Well, what are you going to get for £15 as well? So you used to get it as cheap as you can. I think cheapest room I got was £12.50.
Well, what you do there is that you get it with another guy that's got the same stuff, and you both share the room, and then that way you've got extra money left over to get.
Oh, you
drunk.
shared the room anyway. You couldn't get it for
Look, just share
£12.
with some guy. It doesn't matter as long as he's got that. You can get your bingo card. Phil.
You just have to, you just tell them, say, hey, I need to see your shot record ahead of time. And other than that, we're fine.
Did you bring the seafood? Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, the crabs.
Yeah, exactly. Not good hostels either. This one we stopped in Croydon, and this hotel was, before it was for asylum seekers, when they did a big thing of asylum seekers and they put them up, and then obviously they said some they kept, some they sent back, and that were having a big shake up. And this hotel, oh mate, honestly, it was a docile. You go into the shower on a morning and no.
The hotel that we stayed at in DC the first time, me and my roommate got stuck up because our local shops helped pay for the room, but they didn't put our room in the same hotel. It's a different part of DC. And I did not realize that the Maryland areas around that, some of them are a little shady. The door had been kicked in so many times that it'd only been bent back into place. It wouldn't take much to open that door. The handle, you had to pick it up to close it because it was so loose in the thing. We got video of this, and it was just horrible. There's gunshot holes in the elevator. You could tell.
I think I'd have checked out the hotel if there'd been gunshot wounds in gunshot holes in the lift. I think I'd have walked out.
Coming back from DC rally, and we have a foreigner driving, but he seems chipper. We're having a good time talking to him, and everybody's talking. And all of a sudden, he gets a somber look, and goes dead silent. I go, what's going on? I just realized where we're going. Okay, we're headed to our hotel. Tell us what. Apparently, within the previous week, one of the Uber drivers had been shot, and another one had been stabbed during that previous week. So I'm Googling on the way home, and just as we're getting home, I realized the day before we checked in, someone was shot and killed in our parking lot.
Yeah, I think I'd look on TripAdvisor before they got on that one.
It gets better.
We have
to go out that night, right? We're going to go out to the bar downstairs. We decided not to because of this, right? But no food in the hotel room. So we had to go down and keep on going to the commissary to get some food. My roommate, he's a bigger guy. He sweats pretty good and stuff. He changes it into his last clean t-shirt. We're in a very dark neighborhood. All he has is a Biggie t-shirt. That's it. It's like, that's no, I don't want to go down with you. It was an interesting situation.
Yeah, I'd like to say, I think of as soon as I found them bullet holes in it, I'd have gone, nah.
Oh, I didn't realize that at first. It was after that, I remember the holes in the thing. I look in there and you could actually see the bullet was still lodged in there. It's like, those holes aren't from some, I was wondering how they got in there. It's like, nope.
Yeah, I'd have been off. We don't get that over here because we don't allow with the guns on this way. You get guns.
Although we did have a fun night at one point in the night because apparently whoever we had the adjoining room with, had a little shared little space between them, but both are lockable. Smoke was coming underneath there. We got the second hand. We had the giggles. He fell down in his chair, and I'm laughing so hard. Lady Liberty's on the phone laughing at. He hears me laugh. She's worried about him being hurt, and I couldn't even speak and stop laughing. Neither could he. And then finally, I said, "Are you okay?" I don't know. Yeah, so that part was fun.
So what's everybody been up to? Bullet holes at air conditioning. Yeah, exactly. A bit of bullet holes for air conditioning. So just while we're on as well, while we're talking about things, good luck to Gaz Flatcap. He's sort of putting his channel on hold for a little bit for 6 months with everything that's going on. So he's going over to Rumble. So go follow him over there and keep up with him on there. I'm not going anywhere. To be fair, they don't seem to touch wood with the lives. They seem to have left us alone. I get some that are getting age restrictions on videos, but at the moment, I'm just.
I think it's also. I think there's a certain they go subs. How many subscribers you have?
Yeah, maybe so.
Higher, they've got more. They're banging the higher, Most of the people with the lower numbers aren't really getting.
But it's not just us that is getting it though. A lot of gaming channels are getting hit as well.
Yep.
Yeah.
John,
A lot of them are getting
John?
hit for adult content stuff.
Yes. A lot of them are getting it. I think, like say, they're gearing up for a clear out and a sale. That's what I think myself. I think you'll find YouTube will be sold to from Google to somebody else in the near future, just because they seem to be clearing everything out.
It's like,
Well, I think if they do that, then YouTube may actually get better. Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, as soon as Benny Inc. takes over, we're good.
Yeah.
I wish I had that sort of money, mate. It'd be great, wouldn't it?
Yeah,
If I had that kind of money, I sure as hell wouldn't buy YouTube.
no.
But yeah, I think that's what they're gearing up to do. I think they're clearing the ship to sort of make it a bit more saleable. Getting rid of content that they don't want, and that makes it more of a viable thing to sell. Myself, that's what I think that's happening. But I'm not going anywhere yet. That's for sure. Someone saying the part paints cost £50 in London because Craig said it was 25 for the cardboard box.
That's pretty cheap though. $50 to get you a bench to take home, stick it in your front yard.
You can't take it home. That's just for the night, mate. That's just rent for the night. So you can't
he
take
didn't
it
say
home.
that. He said park benches cost $50. I'm with Bill. We should be able to take that shit home.
Yeah. Craig, Zuckerberg will buy YouTube. That should be better. Right. And Zippy said,
No.
Pippa saying, Pippa, I'm going, because it's all Zippy above.
Zippy,
She's saying,
yeah.
Elon is fishing for YouTube, just saying. Yeah, I think that's what's happening. I do think, and they'll clear everything out and then sell it on. Yeah.
Yeah, wouldn't you be the chair?
Yeah. Hello, Mr. Mond.
Yes.
So I don't know. It's just, like I say, they're hitting a load of people. It's not just us. So it is what it is.
Yeah, we just notice it because it's our community. But
Yeah.
beyond our community, what they've been hitting on.
Yeah.
I also think that they just might have written a bad algorithm.
Well, you don't get response. You get a response with them saying you've affected the terms and conditions, and then you ask them what it is. Yeah, it's the terms and conditions.
Yeah.
yeah, it's like that guy. Computer says no.
yeah. Like, I think they've got it on copy and paste, haven't they?
Oh, you got crabs. Okay, we're gonna send you to Eye Up Me Duck.
Yeah.
He's in need right now.
Yeah.
Just one of you fight it out.
That's what we should do when they used to do the old. Who were in with Big Collar that used to do fight? Comedian. I didn't like him. Bald head. Anybody gives a clue?
Is it British comedian?
He's a British one, yeah. He's a British comedian. He used to be a doctor. He's got glasses on, bald head, big collar. He used to do fighting again. He used to do Transformers against thing, and they come in as puppets and start fighting. And we just said when I watched him, Mr. Blobby against what is it from EastEnders? They did that, so I can't remember his name. There used to be a show on ITV. You all right there, Ian? Craig's saying, yeah, as Mike says, broken it is. You don't get notifications, so that's why I don't put the show up.
The notifications haven't been working. Like, I haven't been getting any
What's
of
the
them.
weird thing
that's
is,
it,
I
Ariel.
get notifications no problem whatsoever. I've never had a problem getting notifications.
Ariel,
So
that way.
it's
The
just-
memo I
It's
sent you
not-
before yesterday, apparently.
It's not YouTube. It's Blazing Vapes. What's going on?
Hey.
Yeah. Well, everybody's saying it's Ariel. Yeah, well, I can't remember. Do you know, I think I'm getting Alzheimer's, to be honest with you. I forget everything. Ask me a name, and I'm like,
He's got a big collar. You mean like his shirt collar?
Yeah. His thing was he'd wear a shirt with a suit on with this big, massive collar.
Oh,
that
you're
was
talking about the
stuck
like
up.
frilly collar thing. I remember. you talking-
No, a t-shirt. And like a shirt, like a white shirt, like a dress shirt, with a collar that's stuck up about that big.
Also, he'd just flip it.
So it looked like he'd got a little head in a big collar. And that was his thing. He was a doctor apparently originally, and then he started doing comedy.
I was thinking like those clown collars when you
not like a cravat round his neck. Do you know what I mean? He wasn't like that.
No, see, that's like when you go into the golf courses and you're going there, it's got a thing on the door that says colored shirts, and I go in and I'm like, this one's green.
Yeah, gonna violate your content policy like a boss. Yeah, just make stuff up, just make it up on the fly. Yeah, come use it now. Don't know what it is. Just say terms and conditions. We can't tell you. Just look in terms and conditions.
Yeah.
It's like when you get a car, when you're renting a car or all like that, and then at bottom it gives you terms and conditions that are like that big.
Yeah.
And these terms and conditions, if you bring it back with below 3/4 of a tank of petrol, we will charge you £50.
Oh yeah. Don't want to bring it back low. You'll pay.
Yeah.
You think gas prices are bad? Imagine when you'd pay right now if you brought it back low on gas.
Oh, mate, I tell you what, right? I filled my van up today. £90 it cost me to fill my van up. £90.
Basically, it's running, depending on how big a tank you have, obviously. My wife's runs probably right around, it's about $90. Mine probably around 65.
Mine would be like $100 and something if it was empty.
Ridiculous, isn't it? Ridiculous. I can't. Do you know what I mean? Like £90.
Yeah, but I'm going to start getting. I'm going to start getting like 65 cents off a gallon for the next year, so that'll help some.
You're getting what off? How come you get some off? Because you're 65.
No, I got a card that basically offered me this offer of X amount off a gallon on gas. So all you do is just get it, you get the card, you use it, you get your gas, and at the end of the month, you just pay it each time. So you don't have any interest build up on it. And you get, for a year, they give you 65 cents off a gallon.
Wow.
They said 65 cents off gas. I could be bean gas for all we know.
See, when you say gas, when you say gas, it always gets me there, because when you say gas, I think you're using it for your house.
Petrol is what.
Yeah, because we call it petrol, not gas.
Yeah, no. We call it, that's natural gas that you use for your house.
Yeah.
This is it.
Natural gas, yep.
Unnatural gas is what I'm talking about.
Yeah, not unnatural.
Now, but that's
methane.
Natural gas is not to be confused with a fart.
Yeah.
That's not the same thing. No.
Zippy saying it costs her $150 to fill her beast. And Dave Lloyd says it took him from an eighth of a tank, cost him $40 on his Harley.
Oh yeah, Dave was talking this morning on the other show about the price of. It's outrageous up there because by the liter, and it's like even with the exchange rate, they're paying more than we are.
Say, ours is a lot of tax. We get taxed a lot on ours. That's what we get. So the government
takes the same here. If they knock the tax off, it'd be like $1. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because most of the shit is like, we got to, but I'm thinking for as much as they charge a gallon on all this shit, they should be able to keep the potholes out of the damn road,
Instead of the pothole being the damn road.
Yeah. See, we pay council tax as well for potholes in the road.
Yeah.
I thought that was what your road tax is for.
No, your road tax is for your car, and it's to make it go on fucking road. I don't know. I never knew what road tax was.
So the other thing that they did here, they would before, if you got like an electric car or a car of that nature, like a hybrid or something, then you would get a tax break when you bought the vehicle because you were helping the economy or whatever else.
Yes.
Then all of a sudden, somebody come up to the realization, wait a second, these people aren't buying any gas or not as much gas. So we're losing money to repair the roads. So now what they do is when you buy one of those, they charge you an excise tax on that vehicle to make up for the fact that you're not going to be using gas, but you're going to be using their roads.
So it's 10.
Fried dough truck just went up the road. So if anybody's looking for fried dough, it's just went up the road. Zippy
saying it's $10 per gallon. $2.24 per litre over there in Australia. 10.80 per US gallon per year for regular. Shrek saying crude oil is the lowest it's been for ages, £2 a fucking litre. And Swampthing says he only gets 11 miles a gallon in his RX-8 sports car. That's what you get from a sports car.
I mean, that's the thing is you better be finding you something that gets decent. Mine runs right around 36 miles to the gallon.
Yeah, I don't get that out of the Cadillac. Nope.
I've got a Ford Escape. So you guys call it a Kuga over there. The same thing that Nick has. Right.
Yes,
I've got one of those. I get around 36 to the gallon driving it.
Well, do you know, like you went on about electric vehicles now? We do that here. I think you can get electric vehicles. You get a tax relief offer, but if you get a Tesla, it's like $50,000 for the Tesla. Do you know what I mean? But they did it for. We had a really big thing ages ago on solar panels. So they did a real massive blanket of it. If you can buy solar panels for your house, you get this, and they were paying. Originally, they were paying because obviously you put over here when you got solar panels, they'd put it into the grid. Yeah. So so you'd get the electric through the summer, we don't have, and then whatever you don't use went back into the grid, and the grid would then pay you X amount a unit. And it was when it first came out, it was 38p per unit. So in 5 years, you'd paid off this £20,000 that you'd paid off for your solar panels. Right. And then they dropped it down to like 36p and then dropped it down to 30p. So you were just taking a little bit longer. But then I listened to radio and they're talking to someone in Spain and they'd done the same initiative in Spain. But people going out and getting solar panel farms and paying 100 grand for this solar panel farm, wasn't doing anything, just putting stuff in grid. So the government turned around and went, we seem to have an excess electricity. Right, we'll stop that. And we'll drop it down to 14p a euro, 14 cent a thing. Within 6 months, they'd done exactly the same here in the UK. They dropped it down. It's about 21 pence now you get for it. It's not even worth bothering about. And I was like, so they've just got your bike bollocks. If you got it early on, then you got the 38p still. But if you got it late on, you get fuck all. It's not even worth putting them on now.
Well, like I said here, what it comes down to with the cars and everything is they finally come to the realization that, hey, these vehicles are still going to be driving on the roads. They're still going to be using them. We're still going to be creating potholes. We've still got to. So all of that money was coming from the gasoline tax.
Yes.
And now these vehicles aren't using gas. And so now they had to figure out a way to still get the money to keep the roads, but get it from these people who were using these cars that for a while they were pushing people to try to go because it's energy efficient, it's all this shit. And then all of a sudden the reality set in that, oh, wait, if we do this, we're going to.
They kind of went the other way for a while. Now they're going back, pushing electric again. But the problem with that now is, the electric, we still don't have like charging stations quite often. So you got to plan your trip ahead of time and hope that, God forbid, that something's wrong. You can't get charged at that station. Plus, you can't just go in, fill up, and leave. Yeah, go there and sit for 45 minutes.
Yeah, well, you just take a big extension cord with you.
Just leave it plugged in at the house. Good idea.
Well, I'll tell you what they're doing here now with electric vehicles, because obviously they're getting quite bigger over here, the electric vehicles.
Yeah.
That if you go to a hotel and they've got a charging point outside, you could plug it in there if you're at a hotel. But what they were saying is people getting up in the morning and they'd go to check out and suddenly they'd have this like 100 quid bill for a charging station. They'd be like, well, it's free. They say, yeah, it's free while your vehicle is charging. Once your vehicle is charged, you have to unhook it and move to another space. And people are just leaving them there in space. So when they go up in the morning, we're getting this £100 charge. Because what they're saying is, no one else can use that space.
No one else can use that space,
Yeah. Apparently it's 12-month wait, says Dave or Lloyd over there, for an electric vehicle.
Yeah, that's the other problem. We do have a waiting list. If you can't just go get one. Waiting list.
I think the best way to do is a hybrid one myself. If
I
I was
agree.
going to buy one, I'd get a
My
hybrid.
Prius
Well,
is
it's-
good on gas. Yeah,
That depends. They're good on gas and everything, but the only problem with the hybrid vehicle is now you've got you'd still have a motor, so you can have that breakdown. You've still got all the other shit that could go, and now you got this battery that basically, from what things have happened mostly with that, after so many years, you're gonna have to replace the battery in these vehicles.
Well, apparently in a Tesla, you can't change the batteries. It's a sealed unit.
yeah, it's a sealed unit underneath the car.
Yes,
you have to
can't
take the whole
change
thing out.
Yeah, you've got like a subsection. They've got to change all the things.
Yeah, right. And that's like, well, on a Tesla, it's a lot more, but like on a Prius or something like that, it's about $4 or $5 grand for the batteries.
Yeah.
So
Even if you get a
you know,
refurb one, they
that's-
do have them for the older models. It's still about $2,000, $2,500 for a used one refurb, and that's not guaranteed it's going to last as long. The warranty isn't.
Breaker, we're just stopping. I've just got him here from Pippa. Some breaking news has just come through. Some from Pippa. Apparently, Mr. Phil Basado, he's just got his second shank on his YouTube channel. And he's saying, I'm done. I'm making plans for the move. So that was breaking news from Pippa over in Australia.
well, the thing is, I think basically what we could all do is maybe pitch in and go help him move. You know,
Yeah.
Maybe, you know, he'll get us a pizza and beer. If we help him move.
Yeah.
There you go. Yep.
Price.
Somebody pick up the big, the big wheel table, like the cable wheel table, because he's going to need that for his new apartment.
Yeah. Oh, dear. Tim B saying, what's your favourite RDA? I prefer, we've quite a bit of an orbiter.
I can't
Orbiter
tell who
fans.
likes those. No.
I like the Arbiter 1 better than the Arbiter 2, but
Arbiter
if
1
you can't get it,
is-
but if you can
is
get the Arbiter
just
2,
as-
pick the Arbiter 2.
Yeah.
That's a good one to get. On Pippa saying on a positive note, who on the panel has the best dad joke? The winner gets bragging rights, lol.
I don't know. My dad never told me any jokes.
Man walks into a
See,
bar.
that was a dad joke right there.
Man walks into a bar, goes up to the barman, says, if I show you something amazing, can I have 3 drinks all night? He says, yeah, of course you can. So he puts this matchbox on the side, gives it a tap. This little man walks out, pushing a piano. Starts do. He went, bloody hell, that's fantastic. You can have 3 drinks. He says, how did you do that? He says, here you go. I got it from this magic lamp. He says, can I have a go? He says, yeah. He says, just give it a rub, make your wish. So he gives it a rub, makes his wish. And all of a sudden, all these squid start falling down from the sky. He says, I never asked for 1,000,000 squid. He said, no, I never asked for a tiny penis neither.
No.
All right, so much for the dad jokes.
Yep. So much for the dad jokes. RDA. That's a tough one, actually. I use a
No,
lot
I
of
could, there's my girlfriend left me because she claims I stole her wheelchair, but I know she'll come crawling back to me.
We've got Involtrove at V2, Arbiter V1. Yeah, Arbiter V1. Is it good for a single day? It's a dual coil. It's a dual coil one. If you want the single Arbiter solo, I quite like for mouth to lung, but there's loads of mouth to lungs out there now, so there's plenty of them. So Mowgli's put in, a dyslexist walked into a bar and said, I'll give you melons. They might be a dyslexic. Then you might be a dyslexic. What? I don't get that.
If like gives you melons, life.
Or if like gives you melons, then you might be a dyslexic. I've no. That's. Wait a minute.
Yeah.
Tumbleweeds.
I rather really like the Purge X, actually. Purge X is actually one of my go-tos. But for single flavor testing, I do typically go to the Barrage. Just, it's easy.
Oh, if you got to read them in order. It takes me to.
Read them in order. We just read them in order. You mean read them backwards?
Mike Vape's new RTA, any good? It does look good, to be fair. Mike
looks
Vape's
good.
new RTA. To me, it looks a little bit like the Arbiter. Yes, it does. I haven't seen it yet.
He's been on the top airflow thing because the dual, was a top airflow, and I've got it, and it's not even close to the Arbiter. I mean, I don't have his new one, but I had the dual when it came out with it, and the intake dual, and
that's why I prefer this Rebirth RTA over the intake dual, because it does have the bottom airflow, so you get that air.
Yeah. Well, it wasn't the bottom airflow or whatever else. It's just that it just doesn't have a good of flavor. I mean, you can do a top airflow. The Arbiter's very good example of that has banging flavor, but it just wasn't a good RDA or RTA.
The Arbiter works really good for nuts and creams.
It works good pretty much anything I put in it. And the thing is, you can tell if you start it in something else and then you move it to the Arbiter, the flavor in it is so much better once you put it in there, because I start stuff in different things, and then if they're half decent, they're Arbiter worthy, then they get moved to an Arbiter, and then I get to find out how good they really can be.
And because most of these things are vanilla creams or nut flavors, the Arbiters actually hold on to that flavor, so they're kind of like, how you season a cast iron skillet. His Arbiters are seasoned with vanilla nut flavors.
Kind of like the char barrels when they put the bourbon in. The char barrels it's in there and it adds the flavor.
Tim B says, what's the best cause for daily use? 50 to 60 watts. And Craig D says, an RDA, RTA, and RDTA. So it does all depend. But I don't mind a Fuse Clapton. I run them 50 to 60 watts. I don't mind an Alien. If you are in the UK, do check out our sponsor, which is Cloud Cartel UK. And if you use Benny, you get Benny 10, you get 10% off. So,
I actually, RDTA, I actually have to say, even though it's huge, obnoxiously huge, the Titan is a very good RDTA. It really is. It's got good flavor for such a large.
I haven't used an RDTA since the what was that one that came out?
The Limitless.
The Limitless, yes.
That was the first one I ever had.
I liked that. I did actually.
I didn't know how to lick it.
I liked that. I really liked that.
I have never used an RDTA. I could never see why the hell I would ever want to buy an RDTA.
Because you get a best of both worlds, don't you? Because you got a tank.
I don't really think that RDAs are that good. They're a lot of work. They don't taste as good as an Arbiter. I mean, you got to drip all the time. You got to do all this other shit. And I'm thinking, if I just want the RTA, which is all I would really want, why would I want to get that combined with an RDA that they wouldn't use in the first damn place?
Well, the RDTA still gives you your tank. You just got, the only difference is you got to tip it more. If you are one of those top vapors.
Right, but now if that's the case, then can you tip it and then pour it out of the top?
Nope. Well, if you watch Vic's review on it, he can, if you don't put the top back on.
There's a lot of stuff.
But otherwise, the cotton should hold the juice in place.
But the new
this coming from a guy who vaped cotton last night.
Oh, that was brutal. Had it all set up for single flavor testing, had it sitting here, and I'm just doing my usual thing, going through all the things. I grabbed a hold of that dry cotton.
He picks it up. It was sitting beside him. He picks it up and hits it on the live show, and it's like, oh yeah.
I didn't cough. I just got a very disgusted look and blew out a cloud that wasn't a cloud. Benny, remember how we talked about before where it burns in the middle?
Yes.
When it came out, there was no middle.
He was single flavor testing. He was single flavor testing cotton is what it comes down.
Dry cotton. I can tell you.
It's when you get that flame coming out. It tickles the back of your throat. Does that flame?
There was a little bit of a poof there. If you watch that, there was a little.
Ooh, Betty. What is it? Mowgli Vape. I still don't get it. He says, if life gives you melons, then you might be a dyslexic. Life, not like I mistyped it. No, mate. It's lost on me. It's lost. It's gone. It's lost on me. I'm a thick Yorkshireman.
Graham,
you what?
It's not Graham, is it?
Could be. Craig D saying, just tank that shit. Okay, RDAs and RDRSAs or RDAs. But the new ones have got steel rods in. Have you seen them? The ones that Vape are coming out with.
The Ripley's got the steel rods.
Yeah. The new ones, there's a new one coming out with 6 steel rods. I saw it on the late night, on Little Bro Vapes. Harley was showing it off. There's a new one that's coming out, and it's got 6 steel rods in it. So it has 6 steel rods that you put in. But yeah, I haven't tried them yet. So,
Dave, I agree with you. Take a long trip, having that 28 millimeter glass, it's nice. Then by the time you add the cotton,
Jerky Baby,
you
all right,
got the
man?
whole 30.
Mowgli Face putting melons, lemons, never mind. Yeah.
Never mind.
Yeah, because dyslexic, you're like part because you got the LEM and the MEL, but that you don't just do half a word.
Yeah, like I say, he's just
Should be Lellens.
Yeah,
Lellens.
Come out with Lellens, you might be, yeah.
No, it will be Snowlum.
It's not. Oh dear. All right, so what was he's saying? Oh, you misread lemons. It's like saying dyslexic satanist got a tattoo of Santa. Yeah, I sort of get what he was saying, but I'm not. It was sort of when he first said it, it just went over my head, mate.
The typo didn't help. No.
Yeah, I'll talk right.
He's saying melons because you misread lemons.
See, I was thinking melons like the type that a female has. And I'm thinking, okay, if light gives us melons, then no, that's not the same kind.
Oh dear. Right, so what we'll do is we will bring you some up of this week's. I'll get it. Where are we? We'll go on to the bit of a boot sale for right quick.
Hey up, it's Benny's car boot sale.
A bit of a boot sale.
We got a
There we
boot
go.
store here. They sell
Mr.
boots.
JP, it's over to you.
JP.
We got it.
JP.
Yeah.
Let's just drop that down.
So this week we've got over at Redbox Vape, we have got the Anakin Slipstream for £9. That's 9 of your British pound. Low stock, so hurry. They've got it in black and silver.
Fire.
You can pay in 30 days if you want for no extra fees. So if you're a bit skint, you can just pay £9. So tank key feature is sub-ohm compatible. It's from Anakin, so yeah, and I think this is Phil's new one. Does it do that? Well, it's got an outer coil with an inner, and the outer coil heats up lower than the inner coil temperature, and it sucks the juice up better, and you don't get as much dry hits. So yeah, that's the Slipstream. So yeah, if you do fancy that, it's only £9. £9 for a little.
So it's got kind of its
What
own
if you don't
built-in-
put juice in it? Can you get a dry hit that way?
Yeah, probably. As far as I know, like I say, the Slipstream had the outer coil and inner coil totally. It's got like 2 coils in it. One heats up different. Yeah, preheats it and sucks the cotton up so you don't get dry hits, apparently. Don't know. But you can get silver or you can get it in black.
Next
So
one.
that is £9. So over at our show sponsor, if you go over to our show sponsor, Hip Hop Juice, go over there and you can get the Hell Vape Dead Rabbit 3 RDA for a bargain of £20. £20, but you might be able to use N.U.V.S and get 12% off. Maybe go over and check it out.
If you buy 11 to 15 of them, you can get it for $17.39.
Yeah.
And
You got the best 2 colours as well.
Yeah,
Gunmetal.
matte black and gunmetal for £20. So, like I say, you might be able to use the discount code of N.U.V.S to get 12%
if they did
off.
that bulk discount thing like that, if you have that available for the Arbiter, I'm sure these guys would have like 12 each.
I would go the 2 to 5. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So go over check that out. I've heard some good things about that, to be honest with you. Some very good things on the Dead Rabbit 3 RDA. So here we are over at the Electronic Cigarette Company. You can get the Geek Vape Obelix 60 It was £32.30. It's now down to £25.84p, and you get 2 e-liquids with it. So you go on there.
All right.
2 liquids
Pardon?
with it for that price?
There's there,
Yeah.
look.
2 free e-liquids.
Top brands.
Top
What
brand
are-
e-liquids. I don't know what you
Top
get.
brands.
Top brands. So yeah, if you go over there to the electronic cigarette company, £25.85. Apparently that's supposed to be really, really good. Don't know. Go check it out.
Do you want me to bring it?
That is, not yet.
Oop.
Craig
What
T,
colours
that's
they have?
about Benny dyslexic 2 jokes.
What colors options do they have there? Oh,
I don't know. Don't bring that up yet. Take that off.
Yeah, that's the last one you give me.
That's for shinies, not for.
Yeah, Craig
That was
D, that's
shiny.
about 20 years old. You could tell because it claimed top fill. They haven't said top fill, and like that basically went about 2014, I think, was somewhere around there when they started going, ooh, this one's a top fill.
I don't know. I just thought it's £9 if
Bottom
someone wanted
fill.
a cheap tack for
When's the
£9.
last thing that you saw that wasn't a top fill on a sub ohm or an R,
Yeah, they
not an RDA, but
the PMP coils are bottom
Yeah,
fill
right
out there.
there. That's bottom fill.
Yeah, you have to take it out and turn it upside down.
I
Yeah,
just
why
picked
would
that
you-
up this week
why would you,
because
Why
it's
would
got
you
this
make
cool
it?
magnetic thing. It's a magnetic 510. And it's something
My
to play
kids?
with. You can kind of
You all right,
fidget
my
with the coil.
I just thought it's £9. Someone may want it. Someone may want to pick one up for £9.
Yep.
It's a little thing. Fucking whisper. An asterisk walks into an Obelix. Boom.
I let myself out.
Yeah. Oh dear. So yeah, just a couple there. Like I say, there might be something we want to pick up. Dead Rabbit 3 over at our show sponsor, which is Hip Hop Juice. Don't forget, like I say, if you go over to Hip Hop Juice, you might be able to use the special code of N.U.V.S. to get 12% off. Also, go over to, if you're wanting some coils, go over to cloudcocktail.co.uk and you can get some coils from there. If you use Benny 10, you get 10% off. Go over and check them out. So, because Steve's not here, he usually looks around for shinies, but I've heard talk about this one. So, James did bring it up a second ago. So, I want to know what everybody's theory on this is. Anybody in chat? Who it's aimed for, what it's for, and, we can sort of get the idea of it, but why it's there. So, you can bring it up now then, James, if you would.
Mike Haynes, you still on the Peacemaker? He's been vaping on the Peacemaker earlier.
Oh, is it?
Yep.
So this is the new Wotofo Square 600 puffs. So it is a disposable vape, but it's different from any other disposable vape that I have seen. It looks a bit like a billet box sort of style. You can get them in different flavours, obviously. But when you scroll down.
What's the specification?
Yes, to specifications. So there you go. You can do your 50mm, 20mm, whichever company you're in. It is their measurements. But if you go down, it's got the N.U.V.S heating technology. It takes a single 18650. And it's a Type-C charging.
Yeah, but I don't know what they're aiming for because the liquid capacity is at 15 mil, so the EU's out of the question.
But I'm guessing it'll have a 2mm thing. I don't know. They'll have a 2mm. So I don't get who it's a single 18650. Who's it made for? Who I can get that we've all complained about throwing batteries away. I get that. I get that we've done that we throw batteries away, and now it comes with an external battery that you put in. But I don't get who it's aimed at. I don't get who.
I'm with Bill. This is a waste of batteries.
Yeah. So yeah, I just wondered what you thought of that, everybody. It's
Seems like a lot of extra money just to dispose of your bad battery.
Yeah.
Throwing away a perfectly good 18650 after only using 15 mil, and it just doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah, exactly. So you get 15 mil.
Yeah, but I mean, it's understandable if, say, for instance, you got the box and then you was able to buy the flavors separate.
in like a little pop-in
Yes,
pod.
I would get that. I'd agree with that. I'd agree with that if you got a pod that you could put in and you kept the shell and you just keep changing the pod.
Especially when you put the USB-C in there. I mean, if someone didn't have a charger, I don't know. It just seems like a lot of extra.
Yeah,
it seems like it's too much for just a throwaway. But
you can get it with a battery, or you can get it without a battery. 6,000 puffs. Yeah, I don't get who it's. Yeah. I'm guessing it's like they've come up with this idea. Someone in R&D's gone. Everybody's complaining about us throwing batteries in. Thing right? We'll bring this one out where we put our own battery in.
Thing is, I mean, if it were refillable, I kind of like it. I just don't like it's not refillable. That's all.
Unless they are going to bring a refillable version out of it.
I mean, look at that purple. I mean.
The thing about it is, it does look like you could take the doors off and swap them on your new one that you bought. You could just throw away the guts, and then if you wanted to have an orange one with a purple door, you could have an orange one with a purple door. Yeah,
with no obnoxious branding on the doors at all. Not at all. I don't see any obnoxious branding.
Come off of that now because it might get me for doing too much.
All right,
on there. Thank you. They should do make a disposal that can recharge, refill with liquid. Good idea. Oh wait, yeah, I don't.
Yeah,
I do think it's a good idea that you put a battery in it. But I'm like with you lot. If you could take the pod out and put a pre-filled pod in that shape, I think that'd be a winner.
Like a little square one. You just pop it inside.
Just pop it in. Yeah. You could do that. And like I say, it's because everybody's complaining about throwing the batteries away.
Right. And so I think what they really need to do is they need to come up with a unit that has a little wheel on the side. And when you want to vape it, you spin that wheel, which in turn creates enough power for you to get
like a rechargeable. Yeah.
And then once you get done with that, you throw it away, but there's no battery in it because you're doing it with your thumb every time by spinning.
You've been there a while. Yeah, you've been like that.
I take it that's how you got your torches then.
A hamster. Yeah.
3 months from now, Bill has a callus about this big on his thumb.
Jesse Clouds and Flavor, you all right, mate? It's like pre-filled tanks haven't been a thing. It's not a pre-filled tank, but it's a disposable with an external battery.
It's the whole thing. It's not a tank,
Yeah, it's not a tank. It's the whole thing. You throw the lot away once you've done with it.
I mean, it wouldn't be hard. Think about that square little spot where the liquid is. Put it in there, have a couple like bendable pieces that slide in or make contact with the contacts. So all you'd have to do is push it in, pop it in place, pop it out, change it. Yeah. Eventually, the plastic will wear out, and you'll need to change the unit anyway. So they still would sell.
It's not going to last forever, is it? It's not going to.
No, that's not the unit's going to last forever. It's still a throwaway.
Put a small hole in it, and then you fill it with one of these. With
anybody else get nervous when they saw Bill turn around quickly with a needle? It was just me.
Yeah,
it's my nicotine needle.
Well, that's $25.
Is that so? It's $25. So, like I say,
$5 for that.
$25, and it doesn't come. That's without the 18650. How much is it if you get the battery with it?
It doesn't say. All it gives you is the flavors to choose from, nicotine, and how many you want.
So, but it said down there that you could get it with the battery included.
Yes. Well, maybe the battery is included, and then you just can take out the battery when you're done. I guess I don't know.
Yeah, but like say your Samsung's R25, so what, 2.5 aren't they? Up 2.2. So you might as well put one of them ones in instead and get
right. But if it comes with the battery already in it for that 25, for every 2 you could save, and you can actually put yourself together.
Yeah. Dave Lloyd, looks like we're pushing people to how we start, mate. YouTube stopped me texting the word V word, probably so, mate. Craig, I'm not worried about the underage folks using it. It's not the environment that will get us into trouble. Stupid kids everywhere chugging on them bars. We're done for. The UK might not be the vape utopia. I think what will happen is eventually that either our government will just say no, there'll be no more disposable vapes. They'll get rid of them.
The problem with it is like every Tom, Dick, and Harry's selling it. And that's how they're getting it.
Yeah, you can get it at any corner store. That's the one that's available at any corner store.
Over here
you can't get this at every corner store, but you can get those.
Over here, we can only have 20 20 milligram of juice, and 600 puffs, I think it is. But over in you can get, so they do 3,500 puffs for the European markets, that don't have TPD and that lot. But people can get them. I had an email through saying, this is our 20 mil device, the 600 puff device, but for the black market, we do a 3,500 if you want to buy them.
Yep.
A shop top up the road from me is selling the 3,500 ones.
I see a lot of people walking around, like I say, when we were in Leeds yesterday, that have the bigger disposable vapes. And you can tell they are, because they're quite long. The square, they're usually the square ones, or they'll be the fatter round ones, and everybody has them.
Yep.
I don't ever see anybody vaping hardly, so I don't.
We have a lot. We have a lot. There's a lot of people.
You don't hear. If I go out, like if I was out and about yesterday, we went to the grocery, we went to Walmart, we went to another, I went to Lowe's, and you can go all over the place. I never saw one person vaping anywhere. I can't tell you the last time I ran into somebody that vaped.
Oh, well, loads. We have mass people in. Ended up saying last week a lad worked on Friday, bought 4,500 puff disposal from a spa. That's a national chain store over here of convenience stores.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not for banning, I'm all for regulation. These things are more regulation. The UKVA is trying at least. Yeah, I do understand. The thing is, right, I have no objection to people using disposable vapes. My thing,
No, but if we are going to ever get into the argument, those are the easier ones for someone to get a hold of. Especially if they want to have to ditch them in a hurry. Those are the ones you'd have to worry about. Yet, for some reason, going after these made those more popular in the U.S. than they already were.
Yes.
Well, yeah, because you can't get the things now. So what's happened is everybody's basically got to buy those. What they did was they, in turn,
created the problem.
They were trying to make it worse.
Oh,
they were trying to.
We don't want someone to get this as a guitar pick, but Juul Pod. You don't want this little. Yeah. You can't do that. Yeah. Oh, take the whole device so you can just throw the whole thing away
rather
than a $35 Juul that you get for
something. Right.
Yes.
Well,
just buy this $10 thing you can just toss in the trash if you get caught.
Yeah.
I think YouTube had, because we've now got Mowgli Apes in instead of Mowgli Vapes.
No, it's vapes. Yeah.
Mowgli Apes?
Mowgli Apes, yeah, he's put down because they've always said it worked this time that he put it in, but last time it blanked it. And Chasing Clouds of Vapes put vape is racist, vaping, whatever. And then Mowgli Vapes has got Mowgli, and it's come up with a star apes.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Maybe it's which country you're in. I don't know.
Using disposable apes will get PETA after you.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, like I say, I don't. If you go on to disposables, whatever you does to get you, because like I say, over here they are getting more popular because you can get them anywhere and you can buy them from convenience stores. But it's got to be. I'd rather see them that they're going to a vape shop and purchase it from there. Do you know what I mean? Instead of every Tom, Dick, and Harriet selling them, you can go into any shop.
It should be. It should be similar to alcohol, things of that nature, where it is only available at locations
that
where
being
they're
said,
going to card you, ID you, or whatever else. It should
cigarettes should be the same, because if a cigarette's available, you should have the vape available next to it to give you an alternative. So it's kind of like the cigarettes should be behind doors too if you're going to put the vapes.
Well, we are here. We've got them. You can't see them.
I was going to say, here they are. You
go
in. You can't walk over and buy a pack, walk up and set it on the counter. You have to go in and
you can still get convenience. Yeah, but they do the same thing as the vapes. The vapes are back there too.
Yeah.
Here. But it's disposables, unfortunately. That's the sad thing.
Yeah. They're back there also. The disposables.
Yeah, ours are back. Yeah, you can. When you go up to the counter, they're on the counter. You can get them. You can pick them up off the counter and that. But I just think that we should be stopping every Tom, Dick, and Harriet selling, because this is how we're getting the 3,500, the 4,500 vapes coming into the country because they can go over to over Manchester, some dodgy shops over there, and you can buy boxes and boxes of them. Do you know what I mean?
No, I get messages all the time and emails. Oh, do you want to buy bulk in this? Do you want to buy bulk in this?
Yeah.
You need to realize every single one of these things is illegal for starters. Secondly, no, I don't want to buy a bunch of bulk disposables I'm never going to use.
But what got me, someone pointed this out, I think it was Dimmy that did it on Twitter, said years ago, or it might have been Kevin from, from the radio show that used to be on.
Dave.
He put on that years ago, everybody was saying, I'm not buying that juice there because it was Chinese made. We don't know what's in it. We're not going to buy this juice that came over from China. Don't buy it from China. And now disposable vapes come out. Let's buy some juice that we don't know what's in it.
Yeah, because you don't know what's in those. And I'm sorry, but we know from mixing, it's not easy to get that much flavor out of those. So you got to wonder how much PGVG is actually in these things, how much flavoring. I'm a little concerned because some of those are potent flavors.
Yeah.
Those might, I don't know.
Yeah, that's the only thing that it is.
I got a few questions about that. I don't really want to air right now, but there's a few questions on that. That amount of flavor, does it come at a cost?
Yeah.
Not money-wise?
See, like, it's a bit... Yeah, exactly. Mugby said we used to distract the counter guy at the back of the store to grab cartons back when I lived on the streets. They were stats when grabbing distance back then, yeah. Yeah, we had them. They were always at the back of our shelf, but you could see them. Now you can't. They're in plain packaging, and you can't see them now.
Here, there's like a glass.
Yeah, there's a glass
cabinet.
cabinet.
They have to turn around.
Yeah.
They have to open the glass. They have to get it.
They have a
out,
key
they
for
have
the
to
glass.
set it up,
Yeah.
They have to
If
pull
they
the
walk
glass
away, they
back
gotta lock
shut. So it's not. No, it's not that simple to. I mean, the thing is, going back, dating myself here. I mean, I remember when I was like 10, 12 years old, and I used to go to the store to buy cigarettes for my mom or dad or whatever.
Oh, yeah, I used to do. Yeah, my grandma used to send me down
to
to
the
the shop.
It used to be like, here's $1, go get me 2 packs of cigarettes. And
yeah,
you'd go down and you'd get them and pay for them. And like I said, you'd be 10, 12 years old and walk out with them. And
I used to do the same thing because I used to go to there's this candy shop that my mother used to get the cigarettes at, cartons of cigarettes. She'd buy, the old lady would buy them for her and give her a discount cost. I used to go in there and pick them up for them all the time. That's how I started smoking, is because I used to buy my own cartons at the same time for discount price. And
Lee Spikes just put one in. Hey, I have a question. Today I'm vaping for the first time. Congratulations if you are vaping for the first time. Congratulations. Welcome to a new healthy lifestyle. And I turned it round while having it on. Don't ask why. It drips out some liquid. Is that normal? Is there something wrong with my vape? Well, you need to tell us what vape it is for a start. Yeah. Do you know, that'd be a good idea.
Because some it is a little normal to get a little bit.
Yes.
Especially if it's been sitting.
I'm guessing it could be a disposable vape. And if you sucked on the wrong end, then yes, you are going to get some liquid because it's inside there, isn't it?
Some of them actually, too, if the cap wasn't on good and secure, they'll get a little bit at first. But if it's continuously dripping.
He says he's using an AL85. Well, I'm guessing that's an Alien 85. Well, if you turned it wrong way, then, yeah, it will have dripped out. I'm guessing you turned it like... So I'm guessing it will like this, and you've got a tank on top, and you turned it like that to vape. And then it drips out of there. Yes, it will drip out from there.
Well, it's a smock.
Like that. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, the thing is there, Jason Clouds, we didn't get, when we bought cigarettes, we got them at a really good price, but they didn't throw in a pound of cheese and a gallon of milk. Good grief, you had a real discount store there.
Yeah, I'm thinking to myself, I should have been there when I was 7.
Now, the other question I'm going to ask is what juice you're actually using. Are you using like a 10 ml bottle of juice, or are you looking at more of a short fill of 50?
He says, I'm just scared of getting some raw liquid in my lungs. If you won't get raw liquid in your lungs, you will probably swallow it.
You'll get it in your mouth and swallow it.
You get it in your mouth and swallow it. You won't breathe it in.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'll actually just go down your throat hole like normal.
And you probably won't even get it in your mouth and swallow it, depending on what it is. You're liable to spit it out. But,
yeah. So I won't be. If you get juice in your mouth, everybody, we do get juice in his mouth. We do get leakage coming out onto his hands. It's nothing to sort of just like say get some. Every vapor realizes that you need to carry around some some clean up cloth every now and again. 10 mil, yeah, mate. Don't. Yeah, if you turned it upside down, it's probably leaking from the coil because smoke coils do have a tendency to oversaturate. So you've got a little bit coming out of there.
Especially if it's smoke coil and it's heated. If it's
Yes.
warm, if you got one of the bigger
Yes.
ones, they will tend to leak afterwards because the kind of like that pre-coil you're talking about on the
Yes.
other one. The smoke coils tend to do that, and it'll keep going if you turn it upside down. Sometimes it'll happen in the bottom, the yellow gurgle.
The other thing is that if it's 10 mil like you're saying it is, it's going to be more of a 50-50 mix.
That's
Even more PG base. So you get the liquid's wrong for the actual tank.
Yes. Yes.
Yep.
So it could
That's
be
why
a 50-50.
I usually do 70-30 in tanks.
Yeah. So yeah, you want to be going for more if you've got a bigger tank and you want to more something like this sort of shortfalls.
Yeah, these.
Yep.
As Craig D said, did you smoke, Ellie? But if you haven't, I'm not going to say if you haven't, because people do take up vaping rather than.
Which is better
smokes,
than taking up smoking. But
Yeah.
better off if you take up neither if you weren't doing them before.
Yeah. Don't, like I say, better off doing nothing. But if you do decided you wanted to, it's it's not healthier for you, but it's not fucking great for you. But it's better than smoking cigarettes, isn't it? That's
or cotton. It's better than vaping cotton.
It is better than vaping cotton, yes, as Tim will testify.
Yeah, don't do that.
Yes, kids, don't vape cotton.
Don't vape pure cotton, dry cotton.
I
It's
told him
not
if it was
pleasurable.
cotton bacon, you could have been like, bacon. Yeah.
Yeah. What always gets me is as what is it's put in, they don't make AL85 anymore, old kits, so them coils are old smoke coils, they do leak a lot. Yeah, Hip-Hop's just said the same thing. I think that came with the, with the TFV8 Mini.
Yep.
Did that kit. Which is not the best of coils anyway.
TFV8, that's before, that's not the Baby Beast coils, is it?
Yes, Baby Beast coils, yeah.
For an alternative, get the Cerberus coils for Geek Vape. They'll fit, and they are less likely to leak, and they have better flavor.
Yeah. Do the what is it ones fit in it as well? The Geek Vape. There's another one that the Geek Vape do.
The Cerberus, and there's another one too that fits the same.
Cerberus
but typically,
tank
everybody uses the Cerberus
was
coils.
like horrible. The coils in the Cerberus tank was like one of the worst tanks ever made.
Yeah, but they're still better than the Baby Beast coils.
Well, but that's like saying getting stabbed is better than getting shot. That doesn't mean it's
Healthy coils.
That is kind of the way it is. It's kind of like, it's better than
Yeah, L-Vape coils, think they like say they.
It's still an improvement. It's like way improved over the original. Let's put it that way.
And
Yes,
the Vaporess, is it the GTX coils?
No, GTX coils, don't think.
I know it's a Vaporess one, but I can't think of the coil itself.
I mean, it's like technically, I don't have the same PMP coils. This is still the Sigelli ones, and these aren't quite as good actually as the ones for the.
Yeah, Greg T said
ones.
information overload for the guy or the girl. Yeah, it's all like,
Yeah, I just saw that. Yeah, we're trying to teach someone. Got to remember, we got to back it up to where we were. Okay,
for the. For a lot of the poo-poo stuff, the Freemax coils fits a lot of different stuff that poo-poo does. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
A lot of things. There's a lot of stuff that backpedals and the Nautilus coils still work on.
As Mr. Hip Hop says, little cheeky plug for him. We have the alternative coils, Geek Vape Super Mesh. That's what I was thinking of. Geek Vape Super Mesh fit.
Yeah, the Super Mesh.
And they won't and use discount code N.U.V.S. to get 12%.
Those are the ones. The super. That's what we get is the Super Mesh. Way better than the Super Mesh versus the Baby Beast. Baby Beast is a cool name, but no, get the Super Mesh.
I remember
that's like Godzilla versus Mothra right there. Okay.
Yeah. I got some CBD vape and use it in a baby beast coil, and then and realise I shouldn't be using that.
No, you can learn out real quick the first time you get that dry hit because it does not absorb well into that cotton.
Yeah. Did
It must have
realise
tasted
that.
delicious.
Yeah, it wasn't that good.
Much like the experience I had yesterday, actually.
Yeah, but like we're on about with mesh coils, when you're doing them yourself, don't get a 200 watt mesh coil vape. Okay, that's painful. They are awful.
Yeah.
So right, we are coming up to that time. All right, Mugler Vape says local vape shop owner said most super mesh coil sales were to the baby beast owners. Yeah, I think a lot of them have gone down that.
Yeah, I've got like 3 or 4 old baby beast tanks.
Yeah. Dave Lloyd said, I still use the Freemax. They are awesome sub-ohm coils. They're quad mesh. Yeah, there's a few out. Like I say, there's Crown 4. Coiling this is quite good.
The Falcon tanks, still very decent vape for what they are.
So thank you very much. We are coming up to that time. I would say, normally we'd say go over and see the Late Night Vape Show, but obviously Mick is on holidays.
Without me.
So he won't be about. He's not back next. You're going to go show next week either, have you, Bill?
No.
So there's no show. We haven't got a show next week because, like I say, I'm going to see Elton John. We will be back the week after with a special guest on. So we will having a guest on the week after. So do tune in for that. He's a new lad on. But I think you might have seen him. We were on Simon 62s last night. So he's Pierce Vapor. So he's going to be on the week after. So yeah, tune us in for that. So yeah, I will go around and we will say our goodbyes. We will start with JB.
Thanks for having me on, Benny. It's nice to chat with you, Tim. Bill's like every now and then I'll get to see you. People in chat, you're all being started, it's been nice and clean, and I'll see you hopefully soon. And I'll pass it over to Tim.
All right. Just drop the calendar in chat. That you can find me in most of those shows.
Because if you want a DIY mixing show that Tim's not on, just go watch Wendy Vapes.
Yeah. Possibly. But he's liable to make a damn
yeah, because starting tomorrow is Flavor of the Quarter Unnoted, and then after that, they're full-time every week. It's on Monday nights. So yeah, there will be tomorrow will be the Flavor of the Quarter, so it'll be a good one if you're looking for some of the new liquids and seeing where they rank and how they're doing and whether or not they hold up. Tomorrow we have tested them all. I'm telling you, we put in work for this one, so please come watch tomorrow night if you're into mixing. It's a good night.
How much flavor could you get off of this?
Yeah.
Quarter has no flavors whatsoever. I mean, it just...
Well, Bill, let me borrow that for a little bit. I'll put a little brown on one side, a little yellow on the other. You'll get some flavor.
Is that pre-1962?
Yeah.
Because
other than that,
silver. Yeah.
And hang out in my Discord, keeping that, Break the Stigma Unity Discord for anyone who's having mental health issues or needs a place to get together, help some of us, or maybe a safety net in case they need it. And then, like I said, I've been doing the GoFundMe to try and get this guy some power up at the apartment because he's camping up there now because he had no choice. Got his landlord sold his house that he was renting and had to move sooner than he wanted to. So dealing with that right now. Also going to have some GoFundMe in there as soon as it's all fixed up.
If you don't know what that's on about, he has got a GoFundMe going on for a little bit of to helping homeless people out. He's got some room, some block at the end of his yard, file, whatever, the houses that need doing up. So he has got a GoFundMe that he is giving cheaper rent to homeless people. People on can't afford the rent that they've got. He's renting them out cheap, but they all need doing up.
I don't want to make a profit off this. I couldn't anyway. It'd screw up my income.
So it's just to help people out. So someone's already moved in there, but they're doing it up. So it's just a little bit of extra.
Right.
If you do want to go over,
just drop the link.
No, drop link it, mate. Yeah. Drop link in. If you do want, if you have got a little bit of spare money, you want to drop some money in, do help him out. Because like I say, it's all going towards this homeless. It's like
it's mostly to get the electric connected because there's a pole that's down, and getting a pole put in is not cheap. It's going to be a few $1,000s. So trying to get that as soon as I can get all the money and funds together and do as best I can on mine. The quickest I get there, quicker everything gets fixed up there.
Yeah.
So thank you very much for that. And I will pass that to, wait a minute. I got to pass it to JP because we need.
How about Bean?
Is Bean?
Oh, you bet. Yeah, but do it again. Bill's good. Oh, all right. Fine, Bill.
No. I don't want it from you. I want it from somebody else.
Fine.
Thanks, Vinny, for allowing me to come on here. And hang on, let me read.
Read his notes.
How did I have this written out now? Yeah, thanks, chat. Enjoyed it as usual. Like I said, sorry, no show, but blame Mick. And long live the Arbiter. And I'll throw it to Vinny.
Thank you very much for everybody joining in chat. It's been absolutely fantastic. Like I say, without you, we won't have a show. Thank you for my standing co-hosts that have come over from the mixing show, which is Tim and Bill. Thank you, JP, for joining us once again. Do, like I say, go over and check Tim out on the plethora of shows. You can also see him on a Wednesday night on the UK E-Liquid Mixing Show if you want to talk a little bit of mixing, a bit of DIY, if you want to get into that. Do check out Bill usually on the Late Night Vape Show. Big love to Steve Blazing. I hope everything goes well tomorrow. And like I say, no show next week because I won't be here, but we will return the week after. And if you want to see a bit more of us, come and see us on the Wednesday night show, like I say, for a little bit of mixing. So thank you very much, and we will see you all next time. Good night.
Bye.
Keep waving because I can't find outro.
Jazz hands.